Hi, welcome to Dagoro's Grotto. My name's Andy. So this is another Blood Bowl video, but it is um, just a quick review of the game that I just played. I'm losing 2-0 to a fairly decent Dark Elf coach. Um, certainly beating me, like I say, 2-0. Turned me over in my drive and then scored again. I think I'm not going to go through the dice. Maybe I'll go through the dice at the end of the video, and you can see just how lucky he was. But he was good enough to exploit every dice roll he made, and obviously all the failures that I did as well. So we've got 2 turns to go, um, and he's a bit surprised that I set up for a 1 turn, which is what I did here, badly as it turns out, because we've got some some bad things here. We didn't need to this guy here, for example. We could have gone over here and stuff like that. So there are gaps. But this was me practicing. So he asked the question, like, you've got 2 turns here. And I could have driven up the field and he probably would have let me for a little while. But I didn't want to. I wanted to practice I'd already lost the game, so there was no point. So I wanted to practice my 1 turning with this team. Now, the reason I chose this one to do it and this particular setup is because this guy's got grab, and I think this is really important in setting up a 1 turn with undead with a big guy. So we'll just go straight into the thing. So as you can see, there's a gap here for his dark elf. We can't see the skills, but yeah, my guy has got grab. Sorry that the game volume is really high, so I'm just going to pause it for 2 seconds while I change the game volume. It's way too high. That's better. That's better. That was getting way too high and I couldn't talk. So yeah, so this is what you can see the grab goes in there. And I've grabbed this guy on the end, so I want to use these guys to give me some extra space filling for him later on. So I grab this guy, and I only want to push him, so I push him into there and get some spaces filled. So I'm going to push him along and then pop my guy out. So he's starting to get into position. This is where it goes a bit Pete Tong. Arrow hits him to there, and obviously that fluffs up. So that's where it goes Pete Tong. Obviously, I wanted to push. I had to re-roll all of those both downs to make the push. But I'm thinking, right, okay. He's a million miles away, so maybe I can get this in 2 turns. So I know it's not a true 1-turner, but you can kind of see where I was coming from for this. Come around to here. And we're still trying to work out some of the details, but I'm setting myself up for next go. This is going to push him there, and then that's going to space fill. He's on the deck, don't forget, so that's no problem. And up we go for that last space, and there we are. I'm not sure that was the right space, but there you go. I think it was probably better off to go there, really, and then I could have set myself up a bit better. Still going, and around we go. So, it wasn't quite a 1-turner. I didn't want you to think it was a 1-turner. It was definitely a 2-turner, but I just wanted to. I mean, in the chat here, the guy says you had 2 turns. I said no, I wanted to go for the 1 turn. So he obliged by moving this guy over, which was really decent. I mean, good guy, knew he was in. He was going to win, so it didn't really matter to him. It was just fair. I didn't really. Thankfully, he was only able to upload that into a badly hurt, which is good. So filling spaces. And we're able to push him forward another one. Now filling spaces again to get that final push. I could have tried to run around and sort of go here and throw, but this is better. Spaces are filled, and then now we want to hit and power him down, and then he goes boom, and he's powered down. This time we moved over to here just to kind of line up with him a little bit. And there he goes, and I get a lucky throw, very lucky throw. It's only a short pass, but and there we go. And I failed to go for it, but I actually get to go for it in the end and score the 1-turner. I didn't have a chance to thank the guy. This is in the CCL as well, by the way. I didn't have a chance to thank the guy afterwards, which is a shame because He kind of allowed that to happen, and I injured a guy for it. Lucky he was able to outgrow him to badly hurt. Like I say, decent coach. I got a little diced, which was a bit unfortunate, but I think overall he was probably the better coach, so it was probably the right thing. So looking at the dice rolls, you can see for him fairly average. I mean, twos are a bit low, but don't forget twos on an elf are a win, aren't they? So anything 2 and above is a win. For him, block dice again. Look at all this. This is all well above average. I don't think he failed any. No skulls. No skulls for him whatsoever. Boom. Oh, he re-rolled his 1 skull there. That was right at the beginning of the game. For myself, however, it didn't go quite as smoothly. 17 skulls versus 16 pounds. So lots of this. Bearing in mind I don't have a lot of block versus not so much of that, but this is the one. Yeah, 7 sixes versus 6. So if you look at my pass rate and fail rates, I'm not going to pass everything on a 2+. So these are both fails, and these are the passes, really, aren't they? So yeah, not so good for me. And looking at the stats, there you go. Failed some go for it's. Not that I went for many. Failed a catch. I don't remember failing a catch. Yeah, failed a single dodge, but I did re-roll that. That's no problem. Yeah, this was a bit wank, and the injury obviously was a bit wank as well. But there you go. So just a brief video to show you the not quite one turner, but how we set up for that. And with a little bit more luck on the pushes from that mummy, we could potentially have one turned that that ghoul into a TD. It didn't really matter, but I just wanted to show you because I thought it was quite interesting. Thank you for watching. My name's Andy from the Gobbros Grotto, and here's another video from Blood Bowl.